Thank you, Japan, for inviting me to you that way. I will start my speech. First, on the first observation, they doubted our observation. However, after the plan, Japan can send more SDG members and the number of PKO members will increase, so more people's lives can be saved. Japanese citizens just agree and support this idea. The reason to take the plan is our impact. Japan has a responsibility to protect people even in other countries. All lives are equally important. Therefore, to send more people, the plan should be taken. And go to second, and go to next defense. Second, 6th, and 7th, they doubted saving people by SDF is unclear. They doubted our assumption. Our assumption is that as the number of PKO members increases, more civilians can be saved. Effective past evidence proves how ceasefire motive works. If a lot of PKO members watch the situation, local fighting groups give up fighting because so many PKO members are watching. If number of PKO increases, the violence declines. Effective second evidence proves this statistically. For example, there is a place where 100 people die every month. If we send 3,000 members there, the death number decreases to 20 victims. It means the more members are sent, the more civilians can be saved. The number is very important. 81 focuses on the statistical average of PKOs, so this applies to SDA. Therefore, if we take the plan, about 1,000 people can be saved every year. And go to third and fourth attack, they say the number is sufficient. Other countries will send 40,000 members. However, as I mentioned in QA, this attack denies their DAs. If they cannot explain about this contradiction, please cut their DAs. My first defense is their DA1 evidence said conflicts are becoming more and more difficult. So the situation will be even worse in the future. The evidence said other countries will send more members in PKO, so it proves how important to send more members. Moreover, too, the evidence never guarantees the number will be enough. Therefore, in the long term, Japan should be ready to send more members. That's why UN PKO Chief Rapsus wants Japan's more active participation. Taking the plan is better. And go to fifth attack. They say the head of the UN doesn't need Japan's contribution. However, their evidence says that the UN doesn't want Japan to fight in front line. It means Japanese participation on front line isn't necessary. But present situation some evidence shows that Mr. Rapsus also says he wants Japan to contribute with more members. So Japan will participate in ceasefire monitoring. By joining this, we will realize the UN request and save more people with non-violence. This is our stance. Therefore, their evidence just supports our stance. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now hear the native advance speech for 3 minutes. Please say your name and start.
Thank you, Chairperson and judges. My name is Nene Inoue. First, I will defend the first attack. They say that only 0.1% members will die. However, please look at our process. We talked about through one mission, 38 members died. Their evidence doesn't hit. Two, please look at our significance. Even in other countries, death rate is low. Japan has enough medical equipment, so the death rate will be higher compared with other countries. Please take this point. Next, I will defend their second attack. They say that state members have already died. However, as they admit, the main reason of death is not PKO activity. Two, I will show you the reason of death. According to Hokkaido newspaper, in 2015, the number of victims, their duty is about 1,800. However, accidents during training accounts for 70% of reason of death. Accounting 30% of that is disease by excess operation work. This plan extends nobody that PKO activity. The reason of present death of death is to protect Japan. We have the reason of death is different. We have priorities to them. Next, I defend their first attack to DA2. They say that why only Japan will see as an enemy. However, I'll explain the reason. One, please look at our present situation. Japan has not deployed military in conflict areas, and 2. In addition, Japanese SF is easy to get antipathy from other countries of top rank. According to the FB newspaper in 2015 group, even if SDF members mistakenly shoot civilians in dispatching overseas, Japanese law cannot punish them because Japan doesn't have court-martial, while their countries can punish their soldiers in court-martial. So anti-Japan feeling enhanced and a serious diplomatic problem will occur. We show the uniqueness of Japan. Please take our argument. Next, next, I will defend their second attack. They say that doesn't want. However, please look at sorry, I skip this point. They say that in final attack, they say that there are no impact. However, they say that that is own responsibility. However, they don't know this for PKO when they become SDF. Next, I defend the last attack. They say that conflicts will reoccur. However, please look at
Are you ready?
Yes.
Please say your name and start.
Thank you, Chairperson. My name is Kento. I start my final speech. Firstly, there was a contradiction in negative stance. If they cannot explain, this will be our first voting issue. Then go to DA1. Our first attack evidence shows even now more than 1,800 SF members have died in Japan, including in training. So even if they stay in Japan, about 30 members die every year in Japan. Their work is basically dangerous. If it is dangerous both in Japan and in PKO, then it is better to send them for international contribution. The risk is not unique. Moreover, our evidence also shows they are willing to take risks. They knew it is a dangerous job. It is their own choice to become an SF member. The negatives against strength. They say SF should be protected. Japan should protect SF in safe places. However, if we overprotect SF members, nothing meaningful can be achieved. SDF's job is doing dangerous work. Their job is not to protect it, it's to protect others. The impact should be very small. Then go to DA2. Our second attack shows, even if Japan's present way of PKO, not important. What is actual damage on local people? How many people will die? In total, AD can save more people by making the country peaceful. Making peaceful society has bigger effect than Japanese trust. Then go to 81. Let me explain 81 scenario. Country PKO are not effective because they do not have enough members. Therefore, the union has requested Japan for more contribution to PKO. After Japan will send 3,000 more troops to PKO. As our defense speaker explained, the more troops we send, the less violence and victims appear. It is statistically proven. We show our first comparison. As for quantity, we can expect thousands of people's lives to be saved by 3,000 instead statistically. Even if we are the boss of the DS, the number is unknown, or at most about some hundreds. Only their family have clear statistics we prove. In 1 year, about 1,000 people can be saved. Therefore, in terms of statistical analysis, 81 outweighs both DAs. As for quality, our impact evidence, the Japanese constitution says that we have a responsibility to protect suffering people in foreign countries. Therefore, the Japanese government has to treat the lives of foreign refugees as important as Japanese. Moreover, as we checked in QA, they cannot say Japanese lives are more important than foreign people. They could not show any standard. The importance of lives should be treated as equal. We showed constitution will prove this. Then go to 82. Solving conflicts is the ultimate goal of PKO. Prevention is even better than solving. By preventing conflicts, we can protect the country's peace and make stable situation. No one suffers in the country. 82 has long-term effect. By taking the plan now, we can prevent future conflicts. This means in the future, we don't need to send members to PKOs, and the DS will stop happening. Accidental shooting or the safety of soldiers damages related to conflict. Without conflict, this damage doesn't happen. Therefore, 82 denies both their DAs in the long term. Thank you.
The negative summary speech for 3 minutes. Are you ready?
yes.
Please say your name and start.
Thank you, Chairperson and judges and audience. My name is Mikihara. I begin. First of all, please look at their observations. Their observation will not be the voting issue because Japanese people doesn't consider the risk of peacekeepers, so you should take their observation. Then I wanted the advantage one and disadvantage one and advantage two. The advantage one and advantage two will be achieved by increasing peacekeepers. Then without this plan, all of their problems will be solved from now on because previous in attack. 40,000 peacekeepers will deploy to conflict area. This is a decision of United Nations, so they can do that. Also, United Nations needs 50,000 peacekeepers, so there is no shortage of peacekeepers from now on. Then, on this point, there is no responsibility of Japan. Then, previous in attack, United Nations doesn't have a demand for Japan to send to the front line. Then, they also show the example of. They also show the opinion of Batoses. However, they didn't have the Japanese original, so you should take the argument. Then please look at our attack. They say that after taking plan, the SDF can save many people. However, the assumption is different. They say that the evidence said when 8,000 peacekeepers deployed to the area where there is no proof their advantage happened, so you should take the argument. Then I want the advantage too. They didn't prove that what effect just 3,000 SDF bring, which otherwise showed that there is no responsibility of Japan and there is no necessity of taking this plan, so you should not go for this advantage. Then I want the advantage too. There is no responsibility of Japan. However, after taking plan, SDF have to go to dangerous area and they cannot evacuate from dangerous area. Unless they deny this point, you should go for the disadvantage plan. This is the voting issue. Then after taking plan, SDF, through one mission, 38 SDF members will die. This is our significance. Also, compared with developing countries, Japan, especially Japan, will allow more victims. So this is, then also I compare disadvantage one and advantage one. The criteria is obligation of Japan. Japanese responsibility is to protect Japanese because United Nations doesn't have a demand for Japan, so you should go for disadvantage one. Then our disadvantage two, failure of logistics support. We show that mistakes should occur daily after taking plan. It connects to the losing trust. Losing trust connects to the failure of peace building. With peace building, it means that after taking plan, if they cannot do the current mission, also new United mission effectively, this is our disadvantage too. So SDF, even if we take this plan, SDF cannot make the long-term peace. Critics in attack. As we put in South Sudan, actually we cannot do that. They cannot do the mission because of deteriorating the security. So we should not take this plan. Yes. Then so from the view of this point, you should go for the disadvantage plan. Thank you for listening.
ディフェンスもサマリーも大変よく頑張っていました。両チームとも相手の議論の弱点の指摘からスタートし、自分たちの論点の方が相手の論点より上回るという形でセオリー通りのスピーチを行っており、大変分かりやすかったです。ただ肯定側の方は何が政策判断の基準になるべきかを立論から一貫して議論できたのに対し、否定側の政策判断基準、つまり日本人の命を優先して救うべきだという議論は少し取ってつけたように感じられてしまいます。ここから教訓として学んでいただきたいのは、立論でそれぞれの論点を出す際には最初から最後までの価値の比較を意識してインポータンスを証明する、このことの有効性です。データで数字を出すのはもちろん重要ですが、その数字の意味をどう解釈しどう判断すべきなのか、その原則論を冒頭で出しておく、このことは後々重要になってくるのです。では最後に講評をお聞きください。
Before announcing the winner, the judge will give you some comments.
All right, thank you very much for the wonderful debate. It is a real honor to be here to make a comment. And both teams did a great job. And first and foremost, I'd like to congratulate both teams and the coaches or teachers who support the tournament. So please give them a big hand. I know the competition, the tournament is getting high, and the students sometimes be a little aggressive while they communicate with other debaters. So first and foremost, I just want to remember the reason to have a tournament is to make friends, right? So I know the competition is very competitive, but my first comment is about a cross-examination time. Please be nice to debaters in the cross-ex, and to show you have a confidence and you're a professional debater. So don't show the hostile attitude to the opponent. So you are here to make friends, not to win the tournament, right? So that's the first comment I just want to say. And also, the cross-examination is the only period to communicate with debaters. So please, it's better to show that your stance clearly. I think one of the negative mentioned, like, the negative position is the number of peacekeeping operations of the SDF is enough, right? But it does not anyway mean Japan don't need to send PKF members to the area. But still, Japan is doing the good job, not in the conflicted area, but the conflict, the peace, not the area which has no conflict. So please show your stance clearly. Your stance is Japan also support the PKF policy and also not in the conflicted area. So that kind of thing I just want to clarify and interact. But this is the two things I just want to in a cross-ex. All right, so in the debate round, and both teams did a good job to read many pieces of evidence, and that makes us difficult to make decisions. So first of all, the problem, the point in this round is advantage one, affirmative, a negative answer, the number of the PKF members enough, and 40,000 PKO members already decided to go to the areas. I think this evidence is very, very good. But affirmative also showed the evidence in the first one of the advantage. 70% member is lacking in the country of the South Sudan and the Mali. So this evidence did not specify these areas. And also, number two is if we send more PKF members in these countries, we can save more people. So the number is very important. This is a backup the evidence of Hamilton. So two pieces of Hamilton's evidence are very effective to answer the numbers. So if we send more PKF members, save more people. So it is true, in the disadvantaged one, if SDF member go to the dangerous area, the risk of the death will increase. However, if we send more members in this area, we can also save people. And then compare with the number of the deaths of the SDF members and the people living the country which has a conflict. And I think the number is affirmative number is bigger than the negative one. So the comparison between advantage one and disadvantage, and I think advantage one has a bigger impact. Then move on to the disadvantage two. SDF operation will fail and notice. So it is also depends on the solvency argument rounding the advantage one. And then I think SDF policy may fail, but compared with the risk, if we send more SDF members, we can save more people in these regions. So it's difficult, the old missions by the SDF will fail. So some missions will succeed. So compared with the risk, I think it is also the crucial for the Hamilton evidence. This is like a very good solvency evidence. So some missions will succeed. So compared with the risk of the mission, I think some will fail, but they can send more PKF members, save more people. So I think that this also advantage is the bigger than that of the disadvantage. So in this round, 4 judges voted for the affirmative, and congratulations.
公表を行ってくださった是澤克也先生の結論にもありましたように、このディベートは肯定側の勝ちになりました。肯定側はまず事実、もっともらしさのレベルでディフェンスでもサマリーでも PKO の人数を増やすとそれだけ救える人数も増えていくという比例的な因果関係のモデルを一貫して主張できていました。つまり増やしただけの効果があるんだということを説得力のある形で証明できていました。それだけでなく価値のレベルでも相手の点で論じられているインポータンスを攻撃できていました。こうした点でアドバンテージ1、救える市民の数がディスアドバンテージ1、自衛隊の犠牲者の数を論点としては数でも価値判断の上でも上回り、アドバンテージ2についても長期的な影響という価値がディスアドバンテージ2を上回る、こういう価値判断をジャッジから引き出せていました。実際の世の中でも原因と結果がどのような関係にあるのかということを考えるのは重要になります。因果の複雑な関係を少しでも解きほぐし、事実に基づいて予想すること、そしてその事実がどのように評価されるべきなのかという価値について議論すること、この双方ができることは先生と名の付く人々の間でも決してできているわけではありません。英語ディベートは単に英語力向上にとどまらない、私たちの未来を担う高校生たちを私のような世代よりはるか高みへと引き上げるツールとして効果を持っている、こう考えさせられるディベートでした。